History is a lie. How was Augustus II, King of Poland, nicknamed the Strong, described? This is the portrait we find on Wikipedia. Now let's read how he was described by a contemporary author, from The Present State of Germany in 2 volumes, published in 1738. Quote, Frederick Augustus II, King of Poland and Elector of Saxony, was a prince of great stature, strength, and dexterity, of a swarthy but majestic countenance. Let's make sure we understand exactly what these words meant in the early 1700s. From an etymological dictionary published in 1726. Swarth, black, darkly brown. Swarthy, dark complexion, black, dusky, tawny. Countenance, looks, face, visage. Does this portrait on Wikipedia look swarthy of visage or countenance? Let's look at another portrait of Augustus II. This portrait is kept in the Museum of Ethnology in Dresden. It's named the Moor's Quadrille, made in 1706. We know this is Augustus II because his title is written in German under the writer, like the other 3 nobles. The museum claims this painting portrays Augustus and other nobles in a parade dressed as Moors. In other words, pretending to dress and have a dark complexion like a Moor. Certainly, masquerades were not unheard of during carnivals or other festivities in Europe. For example, these are images from the Schembart Carnival in 1590 Germany. It's clear these men are wearing masks. We can see a pale complexion on this man's neck behind the mask. In other cases, the masks have uncanny expressions or unnatural colors. When it comes to the painting of Augustus and the other nobles, the characteristics of masks are not present. In fact, this noble is slightly turned and we can see his neck, which has the same complexion as his face, so we can safely rule out masks. Some disagree with us. However, we believe the 2 nobles behind Augustus are wearing turbans for the parade. They wouldn't wear that type of headgear on a daily basis. At the very least, the museum didn't completely lie about them being dressed as Moors. However, they surely didn't paint their whole body to cosplay as a Moor. That is simply the natural color of the person. So then, who are these nobles? Since their titles are written right beneath them, it was not hard to decipher. The first in red and white polish colors is Prince Jerzy Dominik Lubomirski, Podstoli of the Polish crown, later voivode of Krakow. The second is Friedrich, Stallmeister to August the Strong, later Imperial Count Vitzthum von Eckstedt. The third, of course, is Augustus II, the Strong, Elector of Saxony, King of Poland, Grand Duke of Lithuania, and the fourth is Carl Gustav, Baron of Racknitz, Stallmeister, all of them from well-known German, Polish, and Austrian noble houses, and all of them are dark-complexioned. These nobles were not some kind of exception to the rule. They simply came from dark or brown noble houses, just like there were fair or pale noble houses. Augustus was from the Albertine line of the House of Wettin. He has the same swarthy complexion as Augustus and his brother Prince Elector Maurice, and Augustus III and Maurice de Saxe, sons of Augustus II, were both described in contemporary literature as swarthy complexioned. The same House of Wettin, Maurice von Wettin, Elector Count of Saxony, was part of. He is also described in his youth as having a swarthy visage with falcon eyes. If you have made it this far, congratulations. As an extra, let's see how the author describes the character of Augustus II. Quote, he had an infinite fund of generosity, good nature, and politeness, which would have made him shine. Though he had not been a prince, in the circle of the ladies, he seemed to be made to please them. His bulk and vigorous exercises required a supply of the creatures, which would have overwhelmed weaker constitutions, for he delighted much in hunting, military exercises, and in giving proofs of his heroic strength. He was vested with, but did not seem to enjoy, royalty. The high-spiritedness, jealousy, and free constitution of the Poles render them a very difficult people to manage. The least assuming and the best-natured sovereign in the world could hardly please them. It is therefore not to be wondered at if Augustus took most delight in Saxony, where his government was not liable to censure, and on account of his mildness and hatred of all persecution, he was beloved by his Protestant subjects. Like and share for more lost history. And that's why